Oh, and hello again, boys and girls. Welcome back to the stream. It's of course your host Marley Startled, and today we are moving away from point 4 today because this game has just been released, Aircraft Carrier Survival. So initially I played the Aircraft Carrier Survival prologue, and I really slammed this game. I thought it was just busy click work. It lack of potential overrid the whole setting of an aircraft carrier, and I found it disappointing. I think my biggest issue with the game was that there was just too much click work for something as simple as basic reconnaissance and basic handling, and so this was rather a problem for me. However, I feel like the biggest mistake for me, or the thing I really disliked about this, is was a lack of potential. I feel like this game could have had a lot more potential, but it sadly let itself down, being far too shallow. Hello Tom, welcome back. Without further ado though, boys, I just need to pour myself a glass of wine. Have a little wine to go along with my little wine. However, since then the game has changed a bit. Or it's been a while since the game's been released, so maybe they've done some more work to it. But I try games so you don't have to, and so we will do it ourselves, and we will see if it's improved. So what is aircraft survival? Well, you're in charge of an aircraft carrier, and you conduct missions. I think it's in a Pacific theater, where you have to handle the discovery, patrolling your vessel, the discovery of enemy fleets, and the attacking of enemy fleets. Also dealing with all the issues of handling your control, and the gameplay is about managing your resources. Like how do you send your planes out, or do you move to defense, or do you send a recon flight out? It's just all within sort of a time constraint. So without further ado, let's do the tutorial and do the carrier maneuvers and officer orders, because I have yet to actually play any of this. Welcome back, Moldova. It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while.
I'm here to run you through the basics of the interface you will be using to control the
I need to
carrier.
turn this up.
Let's begin with controlling the camera. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. To rotate the view around the carrier, move the mouse while holding the right mouse button, or use the WASD.
But to be fair, my streaming hasn't been very regular, because when after work I'm always sometimes a bit tired, and sometimes I feel it's a bit of a drag. So you sometimes notice in my streams I don't say a lot, or it's a lot of silence, or you get like 1 or 2 words out of me, which are the same words over and over. And that's because the wagey mind in my head is just warding me out so badly that I can barely string sentences together. So
perfect. Next, I'll cover moving the vessel. We begin by setting
so I try and not stream too often.
The tactical map icon.
Please click on the tactical map icon. Oh, no. Okay.
This is the tactical map menu. You can see our carrier's current position, represented by the highlighted marker. To direct our course, you must begin by clicking this marker. Next, click your Perfect. Our course is set.
An easy achievement.
Button to close the tactical map menu. To get moving, we must now start the engines. Click the carrier speed icon, then click the desired speed to begin moving We're moving! For the time being,
we're moving.
We must wait for our
Achievement
to reach its destination. You can control the speed of the ongoing action using the speed controls in the bottom right corner of the screen.
I do need to change the about. I've just been too lazy to do it. I need to change it because I no longer go on Twitch.
Excellent. We have reached our first destination. Traveling the seas depletes our resources. When we are out of supplies, the carrier can still continue moving, but we cannot deploy any aircraft. We will discuss the finer points of variables relating to supply use later. To resupply the carrier, next, please click the resupply ship icon. You must now assign officers to the order. Officers, you can now confirm the order by clicking the Now we must wait for the resupply procedure to reach completion. Let me remind you, Admiral, that you can use the time...
This is what my big vibe of the game was, is that there was a lot of busy work in terms of clicking. Like, you could have just pressed one button, and if you've already got a commander in place, it automatically sorts itself out rather than having to go click, click, click. That's 3 clicks already. But, hey ho.
Excellent. Perhaps we should increase our speed for the journey toward our next destination. This menu, you can manage onboard personnel assigned to each department. Drag and drop 2 additional crew units to the navigation department. The walking animation indicates that they are still in the process of taking their position. You can also increase the speed of this action using the time speed. The units are in position. You can now close the crew management menu, sir. With the increased manpower in the navigation department, next, we must set our course. Open the tactical map and click our fleet. There is land between us and our destination, so we cannot travel as the crow flies. But we can plot a course of up to 3 waypoints by clicking on a series of points, ending with our destination. Right-click a waypoint to remove it.
Okay. 1, 2. Easy enough. Next tutorial. Easy enough. Easy.
Admiral, we have received information about an unidentified object some distance from here. I recommend that we carry out a reconnaissance mission. Click the island or press 3 on your keyboard to begin the preparations.
Click the island or press 3 on your keyboard. Let's click 3.
This shows the island where you and your officers coordinate the ship's operations. Each room provides a facility called a switch for carrying out 3 functions. Each room switch can only be set to enable 1 function at a time. Click the Combat Information Center, CIC, to send an officer there. In this case, yourself, Admiral. An officer will be temporarily unavailable while moving between...
They changed this slightly to improve it.
CIC. Set the room switch to add 1 times identified target's mid. Now we can find out more about the information we received by opening. Here you can see the location of the unknown object, represented by a marker. Let's return to the carrier. Next, we must enter the... Here you can prepare the aircraft for dispatching on missions. Click the plus icon and select click the plus icon and position a 2nd squadron of dive bombers, sir.
Okay. I have done this.
The missions currently available for execution are shown in the available section of the missions panel below. Hover over the highlighted recon icon and click the prepare button. Then, click your chosen target of the recon mission and click a place on the map to set it as the recovery area. The place where preparations for the mission are complete, Admiral. We are ready to launch the mission. Hover over the highlighted recon icon in the ready section of the missions panel.
Easy enough.
The launch icon. The mission has begun. You can observe its progress by opening the tactical map. Track the progress of a particular mission. Now we must wait for their mission report. As always, Admiral, you can speed up the passage of time by using the time speed controls.
1 hour and 15 minutes.
The reconnaissance mission report has been received, sir. It was
Pod of
merely a
whales.
group of whales. No adversaries were found. We must now prepare. Click the deck management icon above. As you can see, the deck is currently in the launching state. Click the recovery icon on the left of the panel. When aircraft returning from a mission are ready to land, the missions icon will appear in the recovery section of the panel below. Hover over the highlighted icon to open the panel, and then click the recover button.
Have I already done that? Yeah, I already did that. I already clicked that bad boy. Oh, okay. Now you got to click that.
The mission was completed successfully, sir. Click the deck management icon again and set the deck state back to launching to prepare for further missions. We have received information regarding another potential target. Admiral, I'll run through the reconnaissance process again. Hover over the recon mission icon below. Click the prepare button. Then set the mission's target and recovery area in the tactical map view, followed by clicking confirm. Use the missions panel below to launch the mission. Later, set the deck state to recovery and recover the aircraft as before.
Launch the mission.
Stand by to start engine.
And then they'll come back. And we should be good to go. Confirm. Then I'll switch this to recovery. Or maybe not. So, see, this is what I thought was a bit tedious, is I've actually got to go up here, then go click this for recovery, and then got to go click this, and then go recover. It's like there's a lot of click work to be done.
discovered enemy vessels nearby. We need to determine the fleet's strength and makeup before engaging it in combat. First, open the deck management menu and change the state back to launching.
Okay.
An identified target's mission can then be prepared and launched in much the same way as a recon mission.
Okay. Launch.
Start engine.
Go! Join submarine. Okay. And now I go up here, go recover,
Clear the flight deck.
click on this,
Plane is
and then click
approaching.
recover.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
The mission report contained all the information we needed about the composition of the enemy fleet, sir. Now we click the meteorology room, Admiral. There, you can set the switch to add 1 times airstrike mission. Now, you can use the deck management panel to set the deck to its launching state, sir.
For launching.
When there are no crew units assigned to the air department, we can only manage 3 squadrons on the deck, which is insufficient as we require 5 squadrons for the airstrike. We need to assign 2 crew units to the unit is on its way, sir.
Okay.
Now you can assign another. We have the personnel we need for our prepare an airstrike mission using the panel below. So once you have selected our target, this is the menu for preparing our attack strategy, Admiral. A strategy comprises a set of 5 maneuvers, each represented by a card. There are 3 different types of maneuver: offensive, red; defensive, blue; and supportive, green. You can switch if you approve of my recommendations, Admiral. Please click the confirm button. As always, we need to specify. Now click confirm, sir. Next, we need to return to the deck and prepare our squadrons for the mission. We already have the necessary dive bombers on deck. In addition, we need 3 more squadrons for this engagement: 1 of fighter aircraft and 2 of torpedo bombers. Once they are ready, the mission can be launched.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Launch
Okay.
aircraft.
Now we have to wait for the outcome of the attack. When the report comes in, you can
And then take a look at the report. So you do actually see the combat, but you can watch the little video, which again I thought was a bit of a cop out in my previous one. My previous review of the prologue.
the play button to watch the events unfold. We must recover our planes upon their return. Remember to change the deck state to recovery so that they can land, sir.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
We have been made aware of yet another target to reconnoiter, Admiral. I suggest that we launch a recon mission to determine what's there. Go to the island to set the appropriate switch, change the deck state to launching, and then launch the mission.
Recon. Recovery area. Confirm. Launch.
Start engine.
So you got a recon and identified an attack, which again I thought was a bit of busy click work. But I suspect you can then go and do. Oh no, you can't. That's a shame. You're going to go back over here, switch to recovery.
To flight deck. A plane is approaching landing.
These guys can get recovered.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
The report states that it's an enemy base, sir. We must thoroughly identify the targets within the base before we can strike.
For identification. Go back to launching
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
and launch it.
Start engines.
Let me go click this button again.
Respot the deck. Prepare for recovery.
How to get carpal tunnel in
Stand by
there.
to recover aircraft.
3
We've
easy steps.
identified the composition of the base, so we can prepare an airstrike. In the strategy menu, you can see that the enemy has blocked one of our offensive maneuvers, so we must consider other options.
I need to go over here, do airstrike, zoom back out, airstrike, prepare on this.
I have an idea, sir. Let's place jinking in slot number 1. As you can see from the description on the card, this maneuver boosts maneuvers in slots number 1 and number 5. I would then recommend placing the strike from the sun maneuver in slot number 3. Please note the summaries in the boxes below, sir.
And then I'll need
These
one
provide
bomber
information
and
about the
one
current
fighter.
configuration of our strategy, such as its outcome. As you can see, our current strategy will ensure the safe return of our pilots and the total destruction of the enemy base. If you approve, sir, please confirm the strategy and set the recovery area on the tactical map. The mission will then be ready to launch.
The mission.
Now we've just got to wait to recover our planes. There is...
You can watch again the video. Again, this is what I felt was a bit of a cop-out as well. Like, I don't... Either give me the full whammy of the fight, which is organic and unique and dynamic, or don't bother with this and focus more on the carrier stuff, like the sinking mechanics and things like this. Because you can only watch that so many times before you're thinking, ah,
we were able to draw up a strategy to defeat
this
the
video
enemy
again.
with one airstrike, but this is not always possible. When organizing our strategy, we can select a particular target within a base or fleet, represented by a card shown on the right side of the strategy menu, to select it for attack. This way, we can destroy the targets one by one over a number of airstrikes.
oh yeah. Switch to recovery.
Plane is approaching landing.
Recover. Recover.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
And then next tutorial, which is, I believe, the damage tutorial. And then we can finally actually start the
We've
game.
received word of an imminent enemy airstrike. We need to boost our defenses. The carrier's defenses are measured in defense points, shown on a meter in the top left corner of the screen. Our strike group's escort ships share a separate defense value, shown on the highlighted. To increase these values, we need to assign. We can increase both our defense values by assigning personnel to the anti-aircraft department. 1 point per crew unit. We can now exit this menu, sir. Ordering our ship's escort to assume a defensive formation will also increase both of our defense values. This can be achieved by launching a defensive position order. Select this order from the orders list, assign yourself to the task admiral, and then confirm the order. In the island view, we can send an officer to the Combat Information Center to set the switch to Add 1 times CAP mission, enabling a combat air patrol mission. You must now enter the deck view. Position 2 squadrons of fighter aircraft on the deck to prepare the CAP mission. Remember that you can see the planes required for a mission by hovering over its icon below, sir. Launch the mission, and you'll see both our carriers and escorts' defense values increase by 2. Next, sir, I recommend another. The switch we want to set is in the pilot. In this room, you can set the switch to add +1 carrier defense to give our carrier's defense value. We are almost ready, sir. We can also use the active ability of one of our. Click the heavy cruiser's play button. Excellent, Admiral. We are now in a much better position to defend against enemy attacks.
Mobile ways to increase. I'm going to forget to do that though.
See the approaching forces. Observe the value of the enemy's attack strength in comparison to our carrier's defense. We must now wait to see how the battle unfolds.
How do I get back out of this camera? It's all well and good, but I don't want to keep watching this camera. Yeah. Oh, here we are. Got 3 cam, but it's not very free because you can't move around that much. Free camera, not fixed camera, free camera. There we are. riveting stuff. Oh, this cuts out. There's no point watching it because it just cuts you back out over here. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, game.
Well done, sir. We successfully repelled the attack. However, our defense values have decreased. Some of the effects of the measures we took to raise our defenses were temporary. Having been put to use, like the CAP mission, or worn off over time. Hover over the carrier's defense meter for more information. In the crew management menu, you will see that the anti-air... To repair the ship faster, we need to assign as many men to damage control, DC, as we can, sir. The more units we have in that department, as always, we must wait for the units to take their positions in DC. Once we have enough personnel assigned to D, we can form one damage control team from the... To do so, you must first move an officer to the highlighted navigation room. From here, you can enable... With our DC teams in place, there's been a malfunction in the engine section, Admiral. To assign the DC teams to repair this, click one of their portraits in the damage control panel. And so, excellent. Now we need to wait for the malfunction to be fixed.
Oh, it does it automatically,
Sir,
okay.
Fire broke out in the hangar. We must assign one of our teams to firefighting duties. Just in time. DC is dealing with the fire.
Oh, okay, it's automatic. So, yeah, that's a slight improvement. It's less click work, although I would have preferred this having more click work than the island, but hey-ho. Because before, I think you had to click on the damage control guide and go, oh, go over here to fix it. But this time they have changed that. Here you can't zoom in any more to it.
Water has breached the helm section, Admiral. To pump out the water, a DC team must be assigned to deflooding duty. Our men in DC are dealing with this, sir. We just need to wait for them to finish pumping out the water.
You've got to pump it out. Great work, you're almost there. Water's flooding, but don't worry about it. And I can't zoom in anymore, which is also disappointing. I want to really get close to actually see what's going on here. I do like the detail I have put into these areas though. Like you've got this area and then you've got... Fine game, fine. I'm trying to give you a compliment, but okay.
To enable this function, we must return to the... There is already an officer in the navigation room. In there, you can set the switch to the function. Some of our crew have been injured, sir. Click the... While injured crew will receive first aid from DC teams assigned to medical duties in the damage control panel, you can also tend to them quickly by sending a DC team directly to the segment marked with the cross icon.
I think I'm going to let the AI control most of this.
Click the segment where they are needed. We must not delay, sir. We were able to save our injured shipmates, sir. Had we not reached them in time, they would still be alive.
I want to zoom in.
Danger. The unit's portrait in the crew management menu.
I want to actually see the action.
And the time remaining until their deaths. Open the crew management menu, and I will show... To make the medical department operational, you need to move an available crew unit there. The highlighted slot in the unassigned crew units panel. The unit will be inactive for a while, but they will recover. You can now close the crew management menu. Another enemy airstrike is imminent, Admiral.
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Oh, you won't let me... Oh, you won't even let me control or fix this. I've just got to, like, take the damage. Fine. Fine, fuck it. Bomb me, daddy.
We survived the attack, but the carrier sustained significant damage. You must coordinate the repairs, sir. Deck. Sir, damage control is needed. There is a fire below deck. Sir, damage control is needed.
Ready. Awaiting orders.
You're gonna just mostly deal with fires. Flooding is so last year. I'd rather just watch the fighting, if I'm honest. They come in for another pass, are they?
Admiral, we're taking water. You should send DC teams to pump it out.
How are we doing?
On your command.
One guy on water.
Ready. Awaiting orders.
And then we don't need to worry about the crew, that'll be fine. Taking water here. Ah. And this guy can work on the casualties. So it'll be nice to have, so you want at least 4 DC, I reckon. One for fires, one for waters, one for wounded, one for engineer malfunctions. So I would like to zoom in more because it's quite difficult on my old eyes to actually see what's going on. Which means that all this details is sort of wasted, if I'm honest.
Ready.
So I just go on 3 speed now and just wait for this to all to blow over.
Awaiting orders.
Pretty sure
Yes,
that's...
sir.
Oh no, it's mechanical issues.
Awaiting
Come on, game.
orders.
Me being a potato. Yay! Tutorial over. So they have reduced some clicking work. They've made some of the clicking optional, but perhaps not too bad. So easy, which we're not going to do. Not hard, we're not going to do. We're just going to do normal. I've already played a tutorial. Alright, who's the most pissed off person I can... Yeah, this guy knows what's up. This guy knows what's up. Pick your starting order. Assemble temporary damage control team from off-duty. Team will appear in a random section below deck. Enhance radar. Defensive positions. This seems more important.
Hard work is what keeps the ship moving.
Hard work is what keeps the ship
Oh,
moving.
that's a nice harsh voice.
Hard work is what keeps the ship moving.
Hard work is
That's
what
Mocha's
keeps the
voice.
ship
Well,
moving.
that's what we're going to go for. Oh, they're all so meme-worthy. that's the face of leadership right there. That's the face I can get behind. No, that's our guy. Cap, white cap potentially. I think the white cap really brings out his leadership potential. Oh, why not both? I love it. This is it. This is our guy. Good job, Captain. He he handed in a fake picture when he first joined the Navy. This is not in the tutorial. Let's take a look at the crew. So choose your staff and recruit new crew and officers. Unlock additional slots to assign more personnel to your thingy. I can buy a novice unit. I can buy a novice unit. Do I actually need more crew? I mean, I've got a full set. I mean, I can upgrade for more crew slots, but I don't think I need it. Looks like we got a full team, so it's not really worth it. Manage your aircraft by upgrading each type and acquiring more squadrons. Upgraded planes will be more powerful in combat, while having more squadrons allow for more effective combat strategies. Interesting. So I can unlock the fighter aircraft and give them upgrades, or I can just buy more aircraft, which I can't do right now. The carrier itself. Upgrade various aspects of your carrier to unlock different carrier types while we're upgrades. So we've got the Saratoga right now, and then I think we can add... Oh, we can choose a different type, so we can go... I first need to unlock all the following upgrades. So right now we've got the Lexington with 1 plane elevator, 6 maximum deck slots, 82 sections below deck, and 9 island rooms. Essex has 3 plane elevators. So we just need, basically this is the meme Lexington. We need the meme carrier. We need, as you go along, you get the better carrier. So for now we need to upgrade all of this first. So I'm going to upgrade the AA stations. And then the escorts. What about these? So we have currently got a squadron of submarines, a single escort carrier, and a single light carrier. Which, if we make sure that you prepare your escort with the mission's objectives in mind. For example, your fleet will benefit from more supply ships on longer missions, but defense may be more in a dangerous situation. Well, I have no supply vessels, so that's good to note. I probably should unlock a oil tanker. We'll leave that alone for now. What does buying do? Does this upgrade it by buy? He bought Doom Pit. Oh, I see. There we are. So now we have a support ship, we have a submarine, a carrier, and another carrier, the Saipan Type 2. The game hasn't really told me my mission yet, so I'll have to bear that in mind. Okay, here's the mission. Wake Island is under attack following a strike on Pearl Harbor. The Imperial Japanese Navy continues offensive on US and British overseas territories, launching a surprise attack on the garrison on Wake. Embattled forces in the area may be insufficient to defend the island's base, and low visibility prevents an effective counterattack. They face defeat without your support. Also, a visiting US cabinet official is trapped on the island. It's up to you to rescue him. First, you must defeat the enemy carriers coordinating attacks on the island before launching a rescue mission to save the civilian VIP. So missions: locate and destroy enemy carrier to stop its attacks on Wake Island, and launch a recovery mission to rescue the civilian VIP trapped on the island's garrison. So for 1 medal, minimum enemy destroyed 3, Maximum squadron was lost 2 and finished the mission within 20 hours. Certain circumstances. The current circumstances in the theatre of the war will not alter your next mission anyway. Okay. Let's do this, let's do this, Fang.
Wake Island has just been attacked by the Japanese Navy, Admiral. There is a White House official on the island, visiting our base there. We cannot get to him while the island is under fire, so we need to find the exact location of the enemy carrier attacking the base and destroy it. Once that has been dealt with, we will have a short space of time within which to carry out the rescue. You must launch a rescue mission to the base, where our men will take the VIP on board for a safe return to our carrier.
Okay. So I can't pause the game. Let me take a look at my officers. So I probably should have some more officers. Let's bring this down to engineering. Take a look at the map. First things first, let's bring out a fighter platoon. Let's bring out some dive bombers, some torpedo bombers, and bring all these bad boys out. Take a look at the map then. Where's my map? So we are there. That's the base. Here's an unknown object there. So let's start moving over here. And let's go to the island, shall we?
Time to work.
Need 1 times recon mission. Oh, there's my officer. I can tell by his distinctive white shorts.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
I need 2 torpedo bombers. Am I getting 2 torpedo bombers on the deck already? Bomber. Torpedo. So I need 2. That's counter scout. I don't give a shit about the scouts. Scouts can go poo poo. So I need 2 dive bombers.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
1 dive bomber, 2 dive bombers. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, here's a bit of a better zoom. I wonder if the sections have got a better zoom now as well. Oh yeah, this is a lot better. This is a lot better. I can actually see what's going on.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Let's do the decoy. Let's do the decoy special effect while I wait. I don't need that many engineers, I don't think, so let's move this to the air department and crack out another fighter. Yes? No?
Start engine.
There we are. And then I'm going to move my troop over here. So we're going to send out to counter the scouts. Wow, those 2 guys are real strong. Oh, where the pilot? There's no pilot. Ghost planes. Ghost planes. these guys going to get bullied? Watch that now. Doesn't look like it. That's quite a big fleet. That's cool.
Launch aircraft.
Interesting. Interesting. So then move. There's a lot of undetected targets I need to worry about.
Respot the deck. Prepare for recovery.
Okay. I don't feel like my counter... Okay, apparently you've got to wait until the mission finishes before they all disappear.
Stand
So
by
cover the
to recover
fighters.
aircraft.
So you don't get to watch the fun. 6th Japanese air fleet. Interesting. What's the map doing? So they are moving in this direction. If I move to engage, we'll see how well that works out for us. It's going to take 3 hours to get these guys back. I could start doing the risky business of putting more planes out onto the deck and then start juggling, but I feel like there's no need to do that yet. How has I been detected? There's no need to juggle this yet. But I'm bored, so let's do that.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
I got 2 hours to sort this out. Track out another bomber.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
Maybe time to start going dead slow and moving this over here. Is that good? Oh, I didn't do the prepare. Bruh. 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 There we are. And launch. Launch away.
Start engines.
Then the next step will be to go back to recovery.
Clear the flight deck. A plane is approaching landing.
And then maybe an idea to start turning around. So we got a destroyer, a light cruiser, and an escort carrier. Okay, let's think about this. One hour and 27 minutes until my strike carriers come back. That's going to be 1 hour and 28 minutes. They're going to both be coming back at the same time, so I need to get some of these guys out. So what I will do... So right now I've got 3 go to airstrike. To activate it on the island. Attack this target and think about what we can do. So the aim is to knock out the escort carrier. Too expensive. Attack and defensive maneuver, 125%. Four to 5 your dispatch weapons will return from the attack heavily damaged. There's a lot of dive bombers I've got to use for it though. That's going to take me 3 fighters and 3 dive bombers. Let's confirm that strategy and bring the recovery area over here. Okay, so for this I need 3 and 3. Okay. Can I even get 3 and 3? I'm not sure. I'm probably going to have to get rid of the things I've currently got on deck. So 1, 2, 3. So this needs to go. Okay, understood.
Move the torpedo bomber squadron back to the hangar. Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
And then I need 3 dive bombers.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
Let's launch this.
Stand by to start engine.
Bad weather's just fucked me. Planes go brute indeed. Especially because I'm about to get attacked. Let's start sending some troops to the medical department to upgrease my damage. Yeah, they're sending their own fighters at me. And my deck is empty, so actually that's probably worked in my favour a little bit. And I can press this, increase my defense, but I don't need to do that yet. Good, now we can switch back to recovery. Recover, recover.
To recover aircraft.
What do you mean? Ah, shit. Turn away. Okay, none of your planes were damaged. Your airmen did not damage any of the enemy targets. Wow. I do, but it's just for special ability. Nice work. Nice work. We're not doing too well here, are we? I've got scouts coming out, I've got no fighters, all my guys are out ongoing. Don't have any cap defense.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
That been recovered? Yes. Okay, go back to launching.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
Now I've got a bomber, and a bomber. Could get out some fighter aircraft. This is where the juggling begins. I don't think I'll be able to get them out in time.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
I do have U-Boat the game. I actually very much enjoyed playing it.
Move the fighter squadron back to the hangar.
I do. I actually did a few YouTube videos on it. I very much do enjoy it, especially the workshop mods. Okay, I have to do a new target here. We're going to do back over here. Add 1 times airstrike. Oh, because this airstrike's still not done yet. I need to bring some guys back into the deck right now, otherwise it's going to go a bit Pete-tong. I need to get guys off the deck. Because I've got returning vessels. Yeah, it's fun. I did very much enjoy playing it. I may go back and return to playing some of it, but we shall see.
Sir, a member of your staff requires urgent medical aid.
Why? No one died.
Team transport him to the infirmary. Sir, a member of your staff requires urgent medical aid. Have a DC team transport him.
No one died. Why do you need aid? Yeah, I do like a bit of U-boat. U-boat. Can we do recovery yet? Recovery. Can't do recovery yet because... Now I can do recovery. Submarine is attacking the carrier. Fuck's sake. Jesus! Jesus! I haven't got the time to react to it. There's a lot you've got to micro in doing all of this. There's a lot of working parts. It feels like you're not really planning a lot, you're just sort of reacting, and occasionally you get some
Awaiting orders.
some chances to do stuff. Okay, can I do this? Have I got 2 on deck? I do.
Clear the flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
Come on, get on the deck. I need to destroy this before they cut me.
Start engine.
Good. 59 seconds to counter the subs. Next I need to plan another airstrike. So I couldn't target you because you were too badly defended, so if I try and aim for your destroyer instead. Disables attack of all supported maneuvers. This needs to go. Again, that's a bad strategy. I need to think this through, so... attack of all maneuvers, 1, 2, and 4. Anvil attack. Let's we go for a attack and defensive maneuvers. Nope. So this feels like I'm just gonna just throw whatever fucking works in it and see what happens. Defense of the previous maneuvers. Okay, this is a good one. This is good one to have at the end. So this is a good one. Of the next two maneuvers is good. 1, 2, 3, 4. The strategy ensures the safety of all your parts. All the spot children will return from the attack. This will have a damage of 33 and a defense of 61. Will require 3 bombers and 3 torpedo bombers. I don't want that recovery area, I want that recovery area over here. Next on the agenda, I need to go and back to the map. You're going to go and turn around. Okay, what do I need to do next? The deck. So I need 3 dives, 3 torpedoes. So this needs to go. This needs to go. 1 dive, 1, 2 dive, 3 dive. I wonder if I can improve my attack if I go to the island.
Move the fighter squadron back to
No.
the hangar.
No, that does not help. Okay. Good to know, but I need to send my fleet out. I know I need to send my planes out beforehand.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
Dive, 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 dive. 3 dives. 1 torpedo, 2 torpedo.
Torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
That's not going to help. I'm going to do it anyway to see if it does help. It does.
Issue a
Bomber, 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 torpedo, torpedo, torpedo. Good. Launch the mission. Ah, you motherfucker. Go to recovery. See if I can recover at the same time.
Same old, same old.
No, I couldn't recover.
We spot the deck. Prepare for launch.
I'm getting detected. Decoy, do your thing. Map. Now I'm going to do another airstrike. What time is it? It's 1 in the morning, so I can't do jack shit.
On the double.
Hmm. That's a neutral ship, unknown object. bit of a struggle, I have to admit. Because you're having to balance in a lot of stuff to do this.
Full focus now.
Okay. So when does nighttime end, eh? I suppose when the sun comes up. They're moving down that way, so if I move down this way myself, I should be able to keep track of them. Try another airstrike on that target. That's got some... This will just... Yeah. This is the target I need to get rid of. Track out the Saipan. Saipan. Send the engineering guys to the aircraft guns. Launch.
Stand by to start engine.
And see how well that pans out for us. Because they've spotted me, they're going to send out bloody... the boys. I need to send something out to counter the scouts. So once this ends up being sent out, I'm going to send out the anti-scouters as well.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck. Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
When you do plenty of damage, your enemies destroys some of the enemy targets.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Launch this. Launch this.
Start engines.
And then this needs to go... This needs to be launched as well. So what did I damage in the end? I knocked out the light cruisers, but not the escort carrier, so that video is somewhat misleading. Then send this back in.
Move the fighter squadron back to the hangar.
Switch this to recover.
Better get to time to work.
There is a fire below deck. Sir, damage control is needed.
I think we'll be fine. Recover our fleet, our deck back. No, we're doing fine. We're wiping these guys out.
There is a fire below deck. Sir, damage control
How
is
bad is the damage here?
On your
Switch to
command.
fire, switch to fire. It's only one fire. You can go back to fixing the damage. Okay, the scouts are gone, but we're still detected. I suspect because we're too close. I still need to blow this up. So we've still got a destroyer and an escort carrier. Okay, a plane has indeed crashed on deck. What do you want me to do about it?
On your command.
Oh, they just pushed it off. Okay. Okay. Switch back to launch.
Clear the flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
Prepare another airstrike on this target. Now, because we've knocked out the light cruiser, this should hopefully make it easy for us to continue our offensive. So, once again, we'll go with this fellow, fellow. Defensive previous plus 125%, and then of course the torpedo run. Because that seems to be the one that always appears to work the best. This attack will definitely damage one enemy target but will not destroy it. Boosting the offensive further might be beneficial. Okay, I think I'm going to go for damage over defense. Unless the current strategy suggests 0 to 1 of the enemy tanks will be destroyed, boosting the offensive further might be beneficial. That's 18, that's garbage. That's garbage, that's garbage. Those will destroy one, and then that should just weaken this enough for me to engage. But it takes too many squadrons, so I can't do it, so it's not worth it. It's better to just wipe out the other ships first. So let's instead go. Let's go with what we know. What we know works. Submarines out now as well. Tiny dive bombers out on the deck.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
Probably gonna have to let the
Launch aircraft.
returning fighters sink because I can't do anything about it.
There is a fire below deck.
Issue a dive
Sir,
bomber
damage
squadron on the
control
deck.
is needed.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
None of your planes were damaged. Emin managed to damage one enemy target, but the damage was not critical.
Stand by to start engine.
Ugh. It'd be a bit of a drag trying to sink these bad boys. You really have to think about what you've got to do. And then let's switch this back to recovery and once that 32 minutes are up, we can hopefully do another bombardment on that vessel. I assume that if we don't knock out the submarine, we're going to get slapped, so... Recover!
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Study noted. And that's coming back soon as well. Interesting. Is that all of them back?
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
Spotted once again, but I can't send the fighters out because I don't actually. I think carrier doctrine is defend first, but I can't afford to defend right now. I've got to keep on attacking. Launch it.
Start engine.
Launch it. Please get those out before I lose my fighters. Pretty sure I have lost them. Oh, I see the problem. Right now, I think I'm ordering my my flights to bail out and not actually land on the fighter. Bruh. Crack out some fighters.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Sir, new objective is awaiting.
Your airmen destroyed some of the enemy targets. Let's take a look. Oh, they knocked out the escort carrier. That's good.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Launch.
Start engines.
Launch, you fools. Launch. Then I need to quickly panic.
Same old time to work.
They are 10 out of 10 defense. You guys should be returning soon. I should have a new mission as well. I think I'm supposed to go over here now. No, stop. Stop game. Launch and recover the VIP rescue mission. And recover the aircraft upon their return. Okay. And how do I do said VIP? Oh, okay. That's easy. I don't even have to get close. That's a pretty easy job. Excuse me, here 10 out of 10 defense. What's the damage? Damage control party, then I need to Then this guy to do first aid, and this guy to do first aid. And then these guys can move over here to be repaired. Good. Good. Alright, what's this VIP mission then? Need one of each. But that carrier should be dead now, so I shouldn't have to worry about any more planes coming at me. Oh, 6 hours in the air. I can go. I can recover them shortly. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. This is fine. Okay. Dive bomber. I need one of those. I need one of you. You can go back in there. You can go back in there. You can go back in there. That should be done within 6 hours. So what I would say, the game isn't particularly graphically impressive, nor is the battles particularly amazing, or the repair or that. I will say it's mostly a game about deciding what to do, weighing up the pros and cons, and just about sort of juggling the different responsibilities. On one end you want to be offensive and go bombing, on the other hand you've got attacking enemy planes coming in, so you need to get fighters up in the air to counter the enemy bombing run. But on the other hand, your deck's quite full when you need to get your planes out, but then you've got a plane squadron coming back and you need to get them back on deck. And so a lot of it is just about juggling the different roles and responsibilities and making a decision on deciding what to do next. Everything else, I think they have done less busy work on the clicking, I'll be honest with you on that, but I do like the fact that it's automatic now, so I don't have to worry about the damage so much, although I would have preferred it focusing more on the damage aspect rather than a multitasking aspect. I would have preferred if that had less clicking and this had more clicking. But hey ho. So let's launch this mission. Send it back to my fleet. Tell my fleet to stop moving. And then once my planes are out, we should be able to recover. I don't have a fighter on deck. You know what? If I don't have a fighter on deck and it's night time, we'll just go to recovery and recover immediately.
A plane is approaching landing. Stand by to recover aircraft.
Good, recovered, and they go straight to the hangar and into dusting. I don't care about the tactical map now. I'm pretty confident about that.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
I know my strike group is not moving. I don't need it to move. Switch back to launching.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
Although I do appear to still be detected.
Time to work.
And I can't be launched at night, so there's no point doing anything else. I really should have a full fleet out, or full squadron out, but I feel like I've got more versatility. It's a lot of balance. It's a balancing act. Do you want all your planes out, or do you want half your planes out? But then again, if you're doing a big bombing run, then you want all your planes out, but you want the versatility of bringing out planes for emergency purposes. And eventually, because you're sending so many squadrons out, you can no longer really make a decision on what you do about that. You've just got to juggle. So I did not achieve this in 20 hours, but hey ho. At least it wasn't a proper difficult time limit. So that's what it's a weird strategy. It's not really it's not really a strategy game. It's more a resource management game set in a military environment, or set in a war in the Pacific theater. No, we should be fine. It shouldn't be an incoming attack. Launch, 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 launch. You can zoom in a bit, but not too much. It's better than this, though. You can actually see some stuff going on here. Launch! There we are, the boys are going to be launching now. So compared to the prologue, I will say they've reduced the clicking a bit, but not the way I'd wanted. And also, I will also say that it's still a game that is missing potential. It's missing a lot of potential. They could have added stuff like the impacts of being hit, where if you gain water, does your carrier list and so on and so forth. But it didn't do any of those sort of things. So it's not bad. It's just I'm more upset by the lack of that it has missed potential. It has got a lot of missed potential. Like U-Boat is a good example. Like U-Boat is a submarine game, but also it's a crew management game and a damage management game. Where you've got to sort of do multiple things to coordinate your vessel to stop it sinking, and if it gets hit, then you've got to deal with the damage to your vessel, and you've got to react accordingly. And different bits of damage to your vessel has an impact on how your vessel operates. And if it takes too much water, it starts to sink, and you've got to pump the ballast, or you've got to hope you're in shallow water. There's a lot that could be done that sadly isn't done. In this game. Of course, I haven't been hit too badly, but I don't think it's changed enough from the prologue. Otherwise, it would have told me in the tutorial who take X amount of damage and so on. So I'd call this more a resource management game rather than a strategy game.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
There you are. Well done, Admiral. Your service compared to the Allies. Every mission you carry through to completion, whether its objective is another step forward to victory. So we get 5 command points and plus 6 upgrade points. Sadly, I didn't finish the mission within 20 hours. I ended up finishing it in 2 days. I lost 6 squadrons when you're only supposed to lose 2, and I've destroyed 2 enemies rather than 3. And so I only got a pass. And I was to give a medal to one of my boys. Let's give it to this guy. Okay, what can we do now? So we've got 8 and 6, but first things first, I think we need to go to our aircraft and buy more aircraft, because we've only got 4 bombers and 6 fighters, so I suspect I'm going to need to buy 2 of these. And then I'm going to upgrade these as well. So I want to upgrade my dive bombers, my torpedo bombers, and see if I can upgrade my crew as well a bit. There's no need to buy that. There's no need to buy that. That was a waste. That was a waste. We've got enough AA, I'm quite happy with that. I may want to do hangar capacity later, but hey ho. Then my escorts. You're out for repairs. And I can't buy any more of you guys. So this gives me... I'll take one of these guys. Uses a cat mission. Yeah, do that. I can't buy another vessel. So what are we thinking, boys? We can either keep doing this bad boy, or I can download that Vietnam game. We can give that Vietnam game a go. Because it's an okay game. It's not really a strategy game. It'll scratch the itch for a little bit. But for the most part, it's really just a resource management game. I mean, I've only done one mission, but for the most part, I felt like there wasn't any complexity to the way I was attacking. Just get the higher numbers by rolling the best cards. And then it was all about managing the flights. We'll see what the next mission is and go from there. Managed to counteract Japan's onslaught of Wake Islands, but its fleet still stalked the surrounding waters. Aside from casualties and destruction it caused, the conflict also disrupted our usual supply chains to the island, leaving our base there severely low on supplies. Our cargo fleet is on its way to replenish their depleted stores and reinforce our defences. Our intelligence warns of enemy vessels in the vicinity. It's up to you to defend our supply fleet and lead it safely to its destination. Escort our supply ships on their way to Wake Island. The Japanese Navy has its fleets patrolling nearby. Scout the area to avoid unnecessary risks and defend the cargo at all costs. There is no current circumstances in the theatre of war which will alter your mission in any way. Okay. Give it a go. I'll see if there's a save button. I've got to find if there's like a save or whether or not auto saves.
Admiral, we have been ordered to provide escort for our cargo vessels. They are headed to Wake Island to deliver supplies to our base there. Your task is to ensure that the ships arrive safely at their destination. We have received reports of unidentified vessels near the island. They might be hostile, sir, so we must proceed with caution.
So first things first, save game. Oh! So transport division. I'm happy with that. We'll move this guy to this fellow. Take a look on the map. Here's our transport fleet. So we're going to move up this way. Confirm. Switch to slow. Can't go to half yet. And identify targets. I need one bomber.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Start engine.
Immediately submarine, so I need 2 more bombers out on deck.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Stand by to start engine.
You've reached your target. Good, good, good. Neutral ship, that's really good. Go for another identification.
Full focus now. Time on the double.
Come on, stop.
Full focus now. Sir.
3. Good. Now we just keep on throwing out identifications on targets. Over here, back out, more dive bombers.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Start engines.
Back out some fighters.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck. Issue a fighter squadron on the deck. Launch aircraft.
Switch to recovery. Recover.
Stand by.
Cover.
Recovery aircraft. Stand by to recover aircraft.
Go to man management. Go to anti-air. Anti-air.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Switch to defensive positions. Go to
Better get
command.
your time to work.
And then give this command.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Apparently one of my transport vessels is already sunk, which is a bit tedious.
Clear the flight deck and prepare for takeoff. Stand by to start engine. Start engines.
That's neutral, so I don't understand why that's a threat.
Start engine.
And you put fighters on the deck.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
On the double.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck. Start engines.
Now I need to go back to cover. There's the enemy fleet found, so once I go to recover... Actually, I don't think I've got time to recover. So instead, we'll just accept that we're going to take casualties. Okay, confirm that. And then I need 1, 2, 3,
Issue
4,
5 bomber
5,
squadron on the deck.
6. But accept that I'm going to lose some vessels doing this because it's going to be very time sensitive.
Squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Stand by to start engine.
Okay. Oh, those get launched out. I switch back to recovery. And recover all of these guys back.
Stand by to recover aircraft. Stand by to recover aircraft.
Awaiting orders.
One damage to the enemy aircraft carrier, but nothing too strenuous as yet. Okay. Can't return this yet, so this will go over here, waiting for the next
Bomber squadron back to
next
the hangar.
bombing run.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
And I'm going to need to do a refuel.
Same old, same focus now.
Yeah. Then recover this bad boy.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Go over here. Engineering department. Increase that. Crack out the submarine to do some damage. There's 2 squadrons. Don't need that. 3 cap. Do that.
Sir, a member of your staff requires urgent medical aid. Have a DC team transport him to the infirmary. Sir, a member of your staff requires urgent
your
medical
command.
aid. Have a DC team transport him to the infirmary.
Okay. Now I need to switch this. The navigation department over here. Ugh. Micromanagement galore. Good. Switch this back out to
Better get to on the double.
recover or launching.
Deck, prepare for launching.
Airstrike. This bad boy. Once again, target locked. Attack maneuvers. 1. So this will increase 1, 2, and 4. One, 2. Attack captain's maneuver +5 if maneuver 3 is supportive. Yes, that is good. Torpedo run, defend all previous maneuvers. Can't afford it. That costs too much. That's fine, I'll accept that. Confirm the offensive. Launch it now
Launch aircraft.
before it gets too dark for it to launch. And that should be enough to keep our transport plane alive.
There is a fire below deck. Sir, damage control is needed.
Next I need to worry about is that thing coming towards me, so I need to prepare a identification of this fellow and return this over here. None of your planes only must destroyed all the enemy targets. I'm happy with that. Confirm. Track this out.
Full focus now.
Back out a dive bomber.
Dive bomber squadron on the deck.
Launch it. I can't launch it at night, for fuck's sake. Wish I'd cancel that mission. Send this back.
Move the dive bomber squadron back to the hangar.
Move to recovery. Switch to slow speed. And recover our planes. Altogether, not too shabby. We did lose some health, but nothing too bad. Okay, there's another enemy target. Okay, go to launching.
Clear the flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
Can I prepare an airstrike on this? I can. There was modifiers of maneuvers 3 and 4, so this needs to go. This torpedo boat needs to go, so let's go attack. I'll take that. I'll take the cost. Confirm. Wait until daylight and then send off the operation once more. What's the damage below deck? It's only general damage, nothing too strenuous. I mean, don't think the malfunctioning does anything too badly wrong. Come on, daylight. Daylight, daylight, daylight. Daylight, daylight, daylight. Give me daylight. Launch, launch, launch. There we are.
Engine.
Switch this back down to anti-aircraft. Switch the medical department down to anti-aircraft and we should be okay. We should be fine. Let's again crack this bad boy out. Increase that. When is that going to come and hit me? I don't know. So we lost 3 dive bombers, or we destroyed a destroyer. 2 dive bombers and a torpedo bomber. And that's going to take an hour to get back, so let's get 2 dive bombers out.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Start engines.
Spencer position, engage.
Untitled.
Switch to recovery. Recover this.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Recover this as well.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Now we've got bomber. You can fix that, you're fine. So we've got bomber, torpedo bomber. So I need to go back to launch.
We spot the deck. Prepare for
Admiral,
launching.
we're taking water. You should send DC teams
On
to
your
pump it out.
command.
So we got bomber, torpedo bomber. So we need another dive bomber.
Issue
And then another torpedo bomber. And then another torpedo bomber.
Time to work.
Then we need to go to airstrike. Prepare an airstrike. This guy. Target lock on that carrier. This will definitely damage one. Definitely damage one. Which has the highest attack? $11. Attack if maneuver +5 if the maneuver is plus number 3 on supportive. I'm going to destroy the submarine doing this. Let's do that then.
Admiral, we're taking water. You
I
should
know you're
send
taking
DC
water.
teams to pump it out.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
Ready.
Stand by to
Launch
start
it.
engines.
Launch it, Chewie, launch it. Bit of a nightmare, isn't it? I mean, it's moving away, so hopefully that can get... Ah, you motherfucker. Mission failed. Review the cause of your defeat and consider adjusting it. The Allied cargo is sunk. Hunt down the enemies in the air provided to destroy the cargo fleet. You can defend Allied vessels by launching cat missions timed to combat incoming enemy attacks. Bruh. We'll give it one more go. This time with the knowledge I don't really need to worry about identification.
a
bomber, dive bomber, dive bomber. Torpedo bomber, torpedo bomber, torpedo bomber. Dive, dive, dive. Map, low speed, set target. Over here. Because that will get spotted for me, I don't need to actually do my own spotting.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
So we just wait. We just sit and wait. Or, if we're being good boys, we can go identify this obvious target, which we now know is an enemy target. Confirm. Launch.
Start engine.
And then we just let that sink because we haven't got the time to worry about that.
Launch aircraft.
Not too worried about the fighters. We just have to go over here and put these guys on fighter duty. Good. Are my guys returning? They should be returning.
Deck. Prepare for recovery.
Don't repair. Yeah, that's fine. Get these bad boys back quickly now, quickly. Arriba, arriba.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
You know what? Bomber, bomber. That's going to crack out another bomber.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
Good. Switch back to launching.
To the flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
Crack out the defensive fortifications.
Sir, a member of your staff requires urgent medical aid. Have a DC team transport him to the infirmary.
On your command.
What's the damage? Tell me the damage. Doesn't look like anything too problematic.
Awaiting orders.
Airstrike mission, prepare. Attack this target. So that's a damage of 10. And this does a damage of 11. I'll take it. Launch it. Launch it, Chewie.
Admiral, we're taking water. You should send DC teams to pump it out.
Not an escort ship. Oh no. Good, and then we'll crack out 3 more dive bombers,
Bomber squadron on the deck.
3 more torpedo bombers, and rinse and repeat.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
Because we're not doing identification, so we don't need to worry about that. Instead, we can go to number 3. Get that +1 airstrike mission.
Squadron on the deck.
Awaiting orders.
Good. Confirm it. Speed it up.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
Lots of damage.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on
Nothing
the deck.
I have to worry about.
Member of your staff requires urgent medical aid. Have a DC
Launch
team
it.
transport
Stand by to start engine.
You're doing first aid. This guy been launched? Am I stuff been launched?
Untitled.
One of my escort ships have been damaged. That's returning, so I can return that, recover that. As long as I keep rotating those two attacks over and over, we should be fine. I don't care about scouts. They can come bomb me. I can tank it.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
And just keep on doing this over and over. See if I can go a bit faster now that I no longer have to have guys on the engineering. Oh crap, and that's as he says that. 1, 2, 3.
On your command.
Get him off, get him off, get him off now. How are you under attack? I don't know. Fighter aircraft,
Issue a fighter
get
squadron
this
on the
out.
deck. Move the dive bomber squadron back to the hangar. Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Switch to launch.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
I'm going to be taking a lot of damage here, but I can't allow this to fall.
Launch aircraft.
Switch to defensive positions, give it command.
Better get to full focus now.
I'll go for 2 hours. So the friendly cap's being defended. My flight deck is not prepared for recovery. And I'm not going to be able to recover them all. So this needs to go in here.
Move the torpedo
This needs to
bomber
go in here.
squadron back to the hangar.
This needs to go in here. This needs to go in here. Get as many in as possible.
Move the torpedo bomber squadron back to the hangar. Move the torpedo bomber squadron back to the hangar. Move the dive bomber squadron back to the hangar.
So then I can switch to recovery. And then get all these guys back.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Ah, crap, our anti-aircraft guns are gone. Ah.
There is a fire below deck. Sir,
Awaiting orders.
damage control is needed. Admiral, we're taking water. You You should send DC teams to pump it
Yeah,
out.
that's a bad one.
There is a fire below deck. Sir, damage control is needed.
Switch them boys to damage control.
Sir, the engine section is shut down. Without it, you will only be able to travel at dead slow pace. Admiral, the section has shut down due to damage. It'll take a while to
Awaiting
repair it.
on your
It's best to
command.
send DC teams right away.
Yep,
Admiral,
I'm sending
the
DC
network is
teams.
shut down. If you want to continue repairing malfunctions, you must restore it.
Fire, fire, fire. You're going to deal with flooding. That was a bad hit, but it's what I needed to do. Give me a resupply. Give the order. You're going to deal with flooding. Oh crap, we're taking a lot of flooding. You're going to deal with flooding. Switch back to launch.
Flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
I've got in my launch.
Admiral, we're taking water.
I know we are, we're
Send
taking
DC teams to pump it
awful
out.
lot of water. Bomber, bomber, bomber. Yeah, it's fine.
Full focus now.
Okay, the water's being fixed rather easily. It's doing it at a dead slow pace, that's fine. Take a look at the map. Another list of targets. That will be coming in soon. Don't know what the targets are. One squadron, I would take one squadron hit. Return back over here. Confirm the assault. And then once it gets to daylight, we'll begin the offensive. Or begin the bombing run. Okay, damage control guys, switch back up. Engineering department, engineering department. You can go back to fighter. I got enough officers. I'm quite happy with that. It's just that I need. I'm going to let those. I'm just going to let that sink. I'm going to let those friendly fighters sink. Because I can just use this to give me 2 more. Yeah, it's moving in now. Come on, give me daylight. For the love of God, give me daylight. Been spotted this entire time, much to my irritation. Cost too many fighters, and plus it's not really worth it. Let's take this for the damage. I'm going to lose 3 squadrons, it's not worth it. Two squadrons will lose doing this. I'll take the 2 squadron loss. 2 squadron loss is necessary.
position.
As soon as these guys launch, we'll launch the next batch, and we'll just keep repeating over and over. The two-wave mass offensive seems to work rather well.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
Destroyer and the submarines, that's good.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
I'll
Issue a dive
deal with the
bomber
submarines
squadron
after.
on the deck.
Had another airstrike. What's going to do the most damage here? I'll take it.
Start engines.
Send it out, come on. I need to get these guys back so I can deal with this. It's only a squadron of 3, I can live with that. Shit, I'm out of the recovery area. I'm gonna lose those ships. I'll lose those planes. Switch back to the slow speed. Crap. Launching. Give me a fighter and a
Issue
fighter.
fighter squadron on the deck.
And give me a dive bomber as well.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
In the meantime, defensive formation, give the
Issue a
order.
dive bomber squadron on the deck.
I'm running out of dive bombers. I need dive bombers. Recovery.
Flight deck. A plane is approaching landing. Stand by to recover aircraft.
They're going to take a hit. Yeah, they took a hit. I'm going to get hit as well by a bloody submarine. Fuck.
We're taking water. You should send DC teams to pump it out.
So we got fire. You're going to do some. You're going to do sinking. We do have a lot of sinking now. It's not too bad. It's just damage, it's general damage.
On your command.
Go back to the map. Plan an airstrike. Confirm it. Prepare it. What do you mean I don't have that on deck?
Respot the deck. Prepare for recovery.
No! Cancel, cancel, cancel.
Unlimitable.
Piece of shit.
Move the fighter squadron back to the hangar. Move the fighter squadron back to the hangar.
I've got dive bomber, dive bomber, dive bomber. I need 1, 2, 3. I've got too many dive bombers on deck.
Move the dive bomber squadron back to
Now I need to pull out a fighter again. I need to pull out 2 fighters. Switch back over here to launching.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck. Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Come on, get me to launching, 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 launching.
Flight deck and prepare for takeoff. Stand by to start engine.
Defensive positions.
Better get
Go
down
for
to
it.
work.
Spare cap, go for it. Jesus. Multitasking hell this is. Dive bomber, dive bomber, dive bomber. Torpedo bomber,
Issue a torpedo
torpedo bomber,
squadron on the
torpedo
deck.
bomber.
Issue a
Admiral,
torpedo bomber
the section
squadron on
below
the
deck
deck.
has malfunctioned. Send
Awaiting
Issue a
DC teams
torpedo
now.
bomber squadron on the deck.
It's hell. Okay, now I can do my airstrike. Defense, all previous maneuvers. That's cancelled out, so there's no point doing that. 7. That's 10. I'll take that. And then return back over here. Confirm it. Launch it. That should be good.
Aircraft.
I'm gonna get bombed badly.
There is a fire below deck. Sir, damage control is needed.
Launch, launch, launch. Here comes the bombing. Switch this out for damage control. Switch this out for damage control. Switch this out for damage control. Shit. Medicine. Engineering.
There's a fire below deck.
Medicine.
Sir, damage control is needed.
You're going to deal with 1, 2, 3. You're going to deal with medicine healing. You're going to deal
Awaiting
with
orders.
flooding. You're going to do fires. How bad the fires? Not bad.
Full focus now.
Good. Air wing back up. Damage control back up. Back up. You can go back to engineering. You can go back to navigation. Okay, what's going on now? I should be getting back my friendly cap aircraft and my airstrike aircraft soon. Oh shite! I've got another bombing run.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Don't think I'm going to get it in time.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Admiral, we're taking water. You should send DC teams to pump it out.
Awaiting orders.
So those fighters were a waste of time. Let's bring those back over here.
Move the fighter squadron back
Ugh.
to the hangar.
There is a fire below
Fighter
deck.
squadron back to the
Sir,
hangar.
damage control is needed.
I'm well aware of the fire below deck.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Are you? Come on now. I am low on fuel, but that's not too big an issue. I'm going to recover this afterwards. Oh, thank God. Well done, Admiral. Your service credit to the allies, every mission, blah blah blah. Okay, choose a reward. I can get DC reinforcements. Assemble a temporary damage control team from off-duty crew members. That adds an extra DC team. Plane fuel management. Carefully manage your aviation fuel to send aircraft on more distant missions while also increasing their pickup range. Prepare an attack on a weakened enemy, one with at least 3 destroyed targets, that increases the defense of all your maneuvers by 5. Plus 5 to all airstrike maneuvers against certain enemies. Seems pretty useless to me. They all seem pretty useless, but that extra DC means I don't have to juggle as much, so we'll take that. So finish the time within 2 days, 8 hours. We finished that in 1 day, 17 hours. We destroyed 5 of the enemy, but not 6, and we lost 10 squadrons when they only wanted us to lose 6. So, so we only got a partial award there. So 2 medals. We can give 1 to our crew, or we can give 1 to our commanders. Let's give 1 to this guy and give 1 to this guy. So let's take a look at the crew. Anyone die? No. Any officers die? No. The crew isn't the problem right now. It is this. And I'm going to upgrade my dive bombers. And then I'm going to take along my escorts, which are mostly all damaged, which is not good. Take the cargo sinking. Use a cat mission to increase the defense value. I will take you. The Chicopee. Take you. And the Sagman. Take you. As it stands, we're not doing too badly. It's just that we could be doing better. So now we get +1 attack and +1 defense. Alright, we'll save the game. Take a look at the next mission and then go from there. So the Japanese Imperial Navy is trying to cut us off from our Antipodean allies. Port Moresby in New Guinea is a key point in our activities in the Southwest Pacific, without which we cannot hope to support and defend Australia and New Zealand. We must do whatever it takes to foil Japan's plans. Intelligence intercepted a mission with the exact date and landing point of the planned invasion, but we have yet to confirm their intended route to the coast. Your task is to destroy the invading fleet headed for Port Moresby. Prevent the Imperial Japanese Navy advance upon Moresby by destroying its fleet. Moving to a strategic position will give you a tactical advantage against the enemy. So I need to destroy 8 enemies, maximum squadron lost +4. So that's not going to happen anytime. That's not going to happen. And destroy and complete the mission within 16 hours. That's also not going to happen, but I can give it a shot. But that is for another time, boys and girls. Because I want to finish for the day, because it is now 8:30, and I want to have an early night. So tomorrow I think we're going to give that Vietnam game ago. It's a bit of a hidden gem, so it may be a bit rough, but it should be pretty entertaining regardless. Like I said, this game is not really strategic, it's more resource management. What you commit and hope the RNG is on your favour, and so on. But yeah, it's like it's really just it's more about the pressure of balancing different things, and the damage is not that interesting. I think it's fun to an extent where you're thinking what to do next, what to balance, but sometimes it feels like it's all about just sending the fighters out. It's not about balancing like the damage to your ship. Like I didn't really care about the damage to my carrier. It's like, oh, just increase the number of teams and leave it at that, or oh, guy's wounded, go to the medical wing. So I think the clicking work went down, but there's just a lot of potential that isn't there, which is disappointing. But it's pretty good for resource management if you like that sort of period. Anyway, that's me done for the day, boys. Oh god, my mic's really loud. That's me done for the day, boys, and I will see you all later. Adieu.